Hades the first strong fires right over their teammate's shoulder, getting themselves into the lead for a scrap, going very close. The young ninjas almost had it in the bag. The young ninjas almost had it in the bag. This time, SNAX waits patiently, gets the headshot off to the back, and that is some trigger discipline if I've ever seen some. Young ninjas won't get too much room to work with, down 3 versus 5, but do get the plant through as Hades manages to get another kill in. Both teams, I think, relatively happy. One with the plant, one with the kills, and presumably the round win. They will be tight on their teammate 6, as Adam B does grab one. Xfunness is going to be coming in for a slightly difficult time, as Nilo hits another. The defuse is happening. The SNAX knows that they have to get the kills, and they will. There's no defuse kit, so it's going to be a little tight. As well as some interesting utility, but Adam B is knocked down immediately. Hades, rewarded for their early success with the orb. Still 2 rifles in play. Xfunness maintaining mid control for now, but Pleasant dropped. Young ninjas could start to make a more serious attempt up towards A. Finest in with the double. Things are looking real hard for the young ninjas. They're going to try and do what they can to salvage, but it's not going to happen. Maxter is left all on their lonesome with enemies on all sides. SNAX will be their first opponent and deletes them. Looking for the plant, or faking it at least. Twist upstairs the Famas. Doesn't find their target. Bogdan on the way in as well. Maxter has still got the HE grenade. Could do something spicy. Or just go for straight up aggression. Down to 35, looking for the headshots. And finds it! Maxter gets their own clutch. In come the ninjas. Xfunness. Just on the Deagles. The blind fire does less damage to Xfunness than you maybe would have expected. Looks like Xfunness are going to go for the long flank around, which is always fun to see. Twist will have quite a long journey ahead of them as Xfunness actually abandoned the site. Pleasant stalks away from the encounter. No kills on either side. Pretty unusual to be able to say that. If they can find Nilo and put them down, they're cut off from the rest of the team, so Finest will be able to take that Galil and start converting that into more kills. Firefights pretty handily. Pleasant does get the first kit onto Nilo, though. There's the Galil in hand. Takes most of ZTR's health bar as well. Nice coordinated play from Xfunness. I think Adam B is going to try and stop this before this gets too far out of control. But no, of course, they're so focused on the fighting, they even notice the bomb going off. First point of contact here on Xfunness buy round. We end up with A1Ss across the board, apart from that stolen Galil from before. Pleasant will be up close and personal with the young ninjas, and gets cut to ribbons. Hades, the next line of defense, cannot see them doing well. I like some young ninjas that are making the multi-pronged approach. Adam B gonna find the roamer of Bogdan and put them in the box. Chasing down, doesn't quite manage to steal away another kill, but still. Hades will try and hold right next to the toilets, which I think is probably a bit too risky. Does at least manage to get themselves a kill, I believe, for dropping yes. But the site itself will be taken, and I don't like Xfunness trying to take this fight at quite such close quarters. Xfunness do at least have a surround on the A site, with Pleasant unaccounted for. Adam B, I think, just spotted them all moving past and wins the duel. Nilo doesn't quite manage to pull off the same thing. Still going to be on ZTR to try and stop the defuse. Now on Adam B. One bullet's going to do it. The defuse is coming in. And it's hit by Adam B. Gets the 3k. Whoop! X-Furnace will be up for a scrap, going very close. Adam B with the triple uses their teammate as ablative armor and has torn the hearts. No, sorry, my apologies, not a triple, just a double. And continuing to put out a surprisingly strong performance on maps that are historically extremely favored towards X-Furnace. Yeah, thing, and the fact they have to shoot through their teammate to get the job done speaks to how tricky it was. And B though will open up again, and Maxter hits the other angle. SNAX on site to try and deny. That's not an untraded kill, though takes some fairly heavy damage in exchange. SNAX 2 so far, there with Hades in backup. Maxter does not see their opposition down the pit, but does get one anyway. Round the corner comes SNAX, and I think the Young Ninjas could be in trouble. It's 2 rifles versus 2 rifles, no plant made. It's going to be a brutal brawl to the finish. Era is gone. Nilo trying to get back into the corner. Will move across to the A site where they will be able to plant unimpeded. Plants out wide in the open, and the shoe is on the other foot now. Nilo face to face against these two and hope to survive. 1v1. Nilo is down to 31 HP. Plesson decides not to go for the defuse. Goes hunting for Nilo. Nilo is not, well, no, is found, but not in time to stop the round for going the Ninja's way. I like the play. They will generally deal with it well. If they're caught off guard, they're suddenly a ton less confident. Bogdan does get run over. Hades on site, locks down the first kill with the AWP. Sorry, kill number 2, my apologies. Hades takes quite a lot of damage on the exchange, but SNAX is there to back them up. Era's last one standing has to switch to the pistol. And X-Finest with a big win on the round. Hades, he toasted. Young Ninjas, they are on their way through. Gonna have a diffused molly. Gonna be a bit disappointing for Bogdan. Onto the B site again, and Bogdan is down. Hades is still alive, but not right ready on site. Plesson is also out of position as Nilo pops up, drops down, and takes down SNAX as well. Plesson, last one left standing. I cannot imagine they want to take this any further. Zapytania will run right into Plesson and lands the shot. The Young Ninjas, he will land that first kill in. X-Furnace are back to positioning aggressively again. Hades will be rewarded with their first kill, but ends up dropping the A1S. Plesson, of course, will put Maxter surprisingly low in that encounter. SNAX does take a slight hit from the grenade, but nothing too serious. So here we go. X-Furnace has successfully managed to provide that level of worry as Maxter spots the barrel. The Betrayer, A1S. Max almost gets taken out in the exchange. I'm surprised they want to go further. But I suppose they will provide that Miners Canary style information that yes, the AWPer is on the A flank. Era is going to try and go up sniper versus sniper. And wins out the duel. Zetia is free to move up, does not land their shots though. The bomb discovered by X-Finest's SNAX on the far southern flank means that Young Ninjas don't even realize that they've completely lost control of the bomb. They've got 40 seconds left to get it back and get it to a site. But they don't seem to be making any sharp movements there. I think Young Ninjas may have just lost the round. At least of the half so far. Very impressive stuff from them. I believe that actually makes them the current score leader as well. There we go. I saw some hype for SNAX in the chat before. I'm definitely up for seeing an old dog still with some new tricks as the Young Ninjas take a very violent approach to the site. Bogdan holds their ground though. Utility raining in on the Young Ninjas. This is the predictable aggression which hasn't worked for them so well before. But maybe this time something different is on the cards. No plant made as of yet. Hades is still in play, as is Plesson off of sight. ZTR has not planted the bomb. holding, trying to wait to see if any of the ex-Finest members will show themselves, thinking about making their way back through Monster and changing site. They're about to walk right into Pleasant, though. If not checked, they've made the plant, and now they're all kinds of dead. The plant does go down. Maxter isn't a good spot to deal with Pleasant. But so is Hades in a spot to deal with them. Maxter is gone, the defuse is good, and the young ninjas are denied. Young ninjas again bleeding out on their way to the A site. SNAX is the only defender there. Ex-Finest have been a little caught off guard, even if they did take out Maxter and Era early on. They will be making their way in for a backside defense. B gets the plant down. And there's another one onto Pleasant. B. Real nice job. Bogdan does get them on the tail end. Oh, so close. Bogdan versus ZTR. I have to think time has run out for Bogdan. Swings out and the young ninjas get one back. The plant is good, Era gets one, and Ex-Finest hopes and dreams have come to naught. With time, and arguably the young ninjas could have easily taken it there and then. Would have been enough to put people on notice that this is not what we would have expected. Ninjas will go for an early trade. Crossfire now set up, but Pleasant is unaccounted for, and will get the deletion in. It's 2v2. ZTR does spot one. Era is unaccounted for, but still is killed anyway. Pleasant is down low, and that will be SNAX opening up hostilities with a lovely double on the SMG. Era, the only one left with some long-range firepower. ZTR. No, so only going to land a body shot here to get rid of SNAX. Gets hit with a blind fire anyway. And driven away by the grenade. Sight and hope they've got enough firepower to bring down one person. Doesn't seem like it's on the card. Ex-Finest walking this one in. ZTR doesn't get a shot off in time. Takes an unfortunate dive. Gained. A little high. But SNAX does get dropped, which means that Era is going to have the SMG. AK stolen, but just for a second. I think for the young ninjas, making out with any kind of weaponry is going to be some kind of win. I believe there is still the dropped AK, though I could be wrong. But Twist should find them. It's only Twist who stands any chance of being deleted at all. And that will happen. So the young ninjas... But in terms of the performance, it's not what we would like them to be. B is gone, neither is gone as well. The body blows raining in for the young ninjas. They're down to just a single member. SNAX is low from the Ex-Finest side of things, but gosh, because when you are ahead, you can afford to take a few more risks because you won't immediately lose if it turns out against you, but stalking their way onto the A site where Maxter and ZTR are waiting for them. ZTR runs through. Maxter very close, almost gets the shot off in time, but ZTR has no greater luck as well. And B is going to try their darndest. Nilo does still have a deagle. This round certainly doing nothing to shake that appearance as B is put down. Nilo, I mean, you're going to give it a try, don't you? Hey, chances it. Trying to double down is Nilo. I don't particularly care for that part of the. Hades the first prong fires right over their teammate's shoulder. Uses twist as a body armor as well. As Adam B gets put down, Xfinus now one kill away from getting themselves into the lead. Maxter cannot win against Hades with the 4K. You certainly cannot critique either Xfinus or Young Ninjas for unwillingness to shed blood to get there. Adam B, great placing there next to Prime, but it's all on their lonesome, and Hades puts them all the way to sleep. SNAX keeping the B site approach free. They're going to walk right past Maxter, or are they? Maxter gets that first hit in, but they have been revealed. Now the jaws of the trap will close, and Era and Nilo both manage to slam in the damage. Xfinus have finally been caught off guard, and they'll be punished for it. SNAX able to get one kill back, avoids taking a bullet directly to the brain, but now has to win a series of duels against the remaining members. Does beat out Nilo. Getting mullied off the site itself. No, actually not quite. The plant is good, but they are in the sights of Era. The instant drop down of the graffiti. Smoke onto Monster. Adam B holds their breath and opens up. Takes down Bogdan, has to reload, and Pleasant gets a kill back. It's two left on the site, making the plant. Hades gets one and keeps the hopes alive. Xfinus, they've got two walking wounded. 40 HP between the two members. Maxter could punch through on the wood. As Era is dropped by Hades. Hades, no, my God, Hades with the 4K up above. No plant has been made. 1 for 1. Hades is off the field. Almost up to 30 kills is the Xfinus AWPer. SNAX on just 34 HP. Bogdan, the only one on full health. As Maxter is gone, it's on Era, and Era is dead. Have they got anything in their bag of tricks? Twist will take heavy damage. It's 2 kills from Ninjas straight away, and we're on to the 3-on-3. HP advantage for the Young Ninjas. They should be able to get some resupply if they can get out onto the map. ZTR being taken out though is not good news. Now they'll have to move back in for the defense. As the last two Ninjas spread themselves thin, knowing that there's time to burn for Xfinus. They can take the bomb wherever they wish. For the Young Ninjas, at least it's Nilo, the player they can rely on the most, who's left to hold the line. 45 seconds left to play. Xfinus could still change sites and try the luck with Adam B. No, it's Nilo, and Nilo is gone. The site is open. Adam B cannot afford to let this one through, or the series is done. 1 versus 3. We've seen a lot of 4Ks, we've seen a lot of 3Ks, but they've mostly been on the Xfinus side. Adam B